Only sometimes are you privileged to say I was there, and we were there today watching a new star being born on the world horizon. We don't know how many more wickets Ajanta Mendes is going to go on and take, but I'll tell you, he's got enough stories to tell his grandchildren already. It was wonderful stuff and very, very nice to see just a young star coming along and bamboozling a star-studded batting order. It was the kind of stuff that all of us as little kids have fantasized about, sitting in the classroom and dreaming of the day we'll do that. And quite simply, that is what it was from Ajanta Mendes today. Just getting ready for the presentation. General Musharraf, I think, is going to be there. He certainly was in the audience. There he is, waving to the crowds, as many as there are at the National Stadium in Karachi. But this really was a story of one man, and it was great to watch. We've seen a few great spinners in our time, and you're not sure whether Ajanta Mendes will one day rise to be in their ranks. But what we saw today was wonderful to watch.
Yes, he's got a lot of good qualities. He's difficult to read, but he bowls out the stumps all the time. So if you're struggling to read him, that makes it twice as difficult, because he doesn't spin them much, but every ball you've got to play at it. If you're not sure which way it's going, and you know that if you miss it, you're either going to be bowled or LBW, it makes batting just that little bit more difficult. So he does some very clever things.
Is he a sniper in the army?
Yeah, probably.
He goes straight.
We were lucky to get him to cricket. I think we needed that spinner, extra spinner.
If there are people like this in the army, go around, get some more.
Probably we'll have to do that. I think that is where talent comes. Yeah. Certainly that is where Ajanta has come from. A long way to go. A dream start, I think, for him. And I hope he'll take this in the correct spirit and improve himself in the future, for the future.
We've all done that as kids, sitting in a geography class when you're wondering what to do, and you're dreaming one day suddenly the captain throws the ball at you and you take 6 for 13, and he's done that in real life. I mean, it doesn't get more fun than that.
So happy for him. I think this is what he dreamt of doing a couple of years back. I'm sure playing first-class cricket for Sri Lanka, for the army for so long, and it has come true today.
What about the kids who are dreaming about belting runs, not taking wickets?
No. Just nicely, there can be a little twist sometimes in the story. But we did talk, didn't we, about finals writing scripts of their own? And every script that was written till the final got rewritten today.
Yeah, I mean, it is different playing in a final, and there's absolutely no doubt that if you took a large sample of finals and you get a decent score batting first in a final, it'll win you, unless you haven't got much of a bowling team, it'll win you many more than it'll lose.
Let's take a look, in case some of you are away watching the cars and away watching the tennis and miss some of the highlights, and you're wondering, hang on, someone's just told us Ajanta Mendes took 6 for 13. Here's a look at the highlights. Well, India started off like they're on a train. They lost Gambhir early, but thereafter they were 76 for 1 at one point. Sehwag was carving the attack all around. In fact, when he had made something like 51 of the first 59, India lost Gambhir. Simple catch there to Tilakratne Dilshan. So Gautam Gambhir went early, but Sehwag by this time was timing the ball so beautifully, it seemed he wanted to win the match in 30-35 overs. He was batting quite beautifully until Ajanta Mendes came along, and then might have been ego, might have been overconfidence, but he just went after him. This was a period when he was still scoring a lot of runs, and he really batted well. Raina got a couple of very good shots and 2 boundaries in that 1 over. I think those are the highlights you'd want to watch, not the shot that he played. This was the first one. Down the wicket, predetermined?
Yeah, I mean, he was playing so well. 12 fours he hit, and the big difference in his innings, Sehwag's innings today, he was hitting so many balls along the ground, not too many in the air. But that was the beginning of the end when he got out.
Yuvraj was very late, and then came the shot that Suresh Raina will never want to see. Dhoni, I must admit, I thought Dhoni hung in there, and he probably played Mendes better than most. He played him very, very late indeed. Take a look at this. Can you understand that?
Well, it was not very good footwork. That was a very good delivery. There again, he's bowling straight, he's going a little bit either way, and he picked up 2 bowled, 1 LBW. That's what you get from bowling straight.
And he got wickets with the leggy as well, didn't he?
I don't know whether it happens. Variations happen to him. With or without knowing, really. But once he bowls straight, the googly becomes a topspin sometimes, and the straight one turns a bit more. So obviously those are variations for you. and all those variations are, when it becomes very small, you get more LBWs. People getting bowled is a common thing to say.
I didn't know which one. That was also the one that turned away a little bit. India's best chance really when Uthappa and Dhoni were trying to put together a partnership. Then Murali broke that. And then Mendes came back, picked up a couple more. Vaz took one more. It seemed at that point that the world record of 8 for 19 was in trouble as well. He had 6 for 9 and a very close call against Pragyan Ojha. Had that been given, who knows? He might have got all 8. Then Kulasekara finished it off for a very, very famous win for Sri Lanka. These are pictures coming to you from the National Stadium in Karachi. The Sri Lankan team being introduced to General Musharraf. And they've got big smiles on. How's that for a smile? Don't forget, he set it up. He made 125 from 114 balls and he set it up. He took Sri Lanka to 273, Jayasuriya.
Yeah. I mean, they were talking about bowlers there at the end of the commentary, but Mendes doing it. But it would have been difficult for Mendes to do it without that innings from Jayasuriya. Very bold innings and a very good innings.
Sangakkara can put that run out behind him. It would have taken a long time.
Probably about now he's just forgiving Jayasuriya. Yeah.
Big thing though for Sri Lankan cricket. Because they've now got bowlers for all, I mean, I don't know how much we can read into one performance, but at least they've got bowlers who can bowl in any conditions.
One thing for sure, Harsha, now if you see the coming matches, upcoming matches for them will be played in the subcontinent, and there are quite a few, considerable number of one-dayers in there. India is going to Sri Lanka, then they'll be coming for ICC Mini World Cup. All that being played in the subcontinent, obviously I've thought that they have found something of a formula that they can go into pitches like this. Now that's a positive part, positive thing that they can take out from this tour.
You were talking just then, Marvin, you probably missed the fact that Murali had quite a long chat to President Musharraf. Do you think he would have been telling him how to run the country?
I'll keep quiet here.
No, he must have said, is there a dusra in politics? The Indian team now being introduced, having a word with Dhoni. I can sense what this conversation would be. He must be saying, what happened to your hair? Because the last time they met in Pakistan, he said, I love your hair. Even though I'm an army man, I love your hair. Don't have a haircut. And there's Dhoni with close cropped hair. Let's see if he stops at Ishan Sharma. But smiles, there's a lot to think about. I mean, India backed their batsmen to come good. India backed their batsmen to chase any total, and they fell 100 short.
I think, to be fair by India played their best team. I mean, people would have said that they would have played. Ian said that they would have played another leg spinner, but one would have wondered whether he's in good form. Obviously, if this is the best combination that they can have, considering the fact that people are on form, this is the best combination that they can pick, and picking that combination, and you would want to chase that, chase run. So I think what India did, you got to.
I think the key is at 66 for 4. Would India have benefited from an extra bowler, and would that therefore have reduced Sri Lanka from 273 to about 220?
Well, I mean, if they're saying they picked him because of form, Jala, I mean, what about the form of some of those quickies?
You never know. You'll never know now. Right, it's time now to go down to the presentation. I think Ramiz Raja is up there, and by the looks of it, it'll be quite a long presentation. There's much to do. Let's go and join them.
Presentation.